Hello guys, in this video I'm going to continue working on our lower third set. So in this video I'll make a title where we can put some information like this. Yeah, like the title with some title and maybe name with the position of this person. And of course we will have some in animation, out animation, and of course the in animation should be much longer than out. When the operator click the out button, so it should be removed as soon as possible, of course with some short animation. Maybe some of you noticed that I have just a bit different interface here. That's okay, because I already have Vizrt version number 5.1, and this probably will be the next interface for this stage tab in this application. So okay, I'm going to start making these graphics from scratch, and you will see all these stages. So let's start. So this is state of the scene, what we had in the end of the previous video, where we have just a logo group with some in animation. Hide it for now. Okay, in animation, out animation, that's fine. And for the lower third element, for this title, I'm going to create a new group. Yeah, of course, I will name it as a title group. And I would like to separate these graphics to two groups accordingly. First one should be background and the text. The text should go over the background, so I put the text below in the century because all elements lower in the century renders after. So that means the graphics that goes over something, like closer to the camera, should be placed in century lower. So background, and only after that text. Okay, and background I also would like to separate to this two rectangles. First one will be the like a bigger one, and the second one will be just a bit smaller. And for this I'm going to create a specific setup for these elements. I'm gonna use specific axis center in the left, on the left side, and let's put this element exactly where I need it. And for now, as you remember, it would be nice to use our second camera for this. Much more convenient and more accurate. Okay, and I'm going to use this scaling. Okay, yeah, something like that. Okay, why I put the axis center to the left side, probably you already know. And this, of course, because I need to increase the size in this way. So beginning animation will contain only squares, but after that I'm going to scale it up to this size. Okay, so let's do this. And okay, of course I'm going to have some rotational animation, but as you can see, I moved the pivot point already from the center to avoid this problem, just to use it as it should. I'm going to use one extra wrapper here. It will be the big rotate big background. Okay, and yeah, by the way, they fixed the bug for naming containers, so you can just press the buttons, arrow buttons on the keyboard up and down, and it's possible to massively rename containers. Okay, so for rotational, I'm going to put the axis center into the center of this element, and here I'm going to rotate them. Rotate, and maybe here I also will use the position of this element. Okay, so let's animate it. And for this, I have to click. Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't create a director for this element. Let's call it as a title. And let's start. Click on the set keyframe button and move it here and rotate it -90 probably. And let's set keyframe now. Okay, but as you can see, this behavior a bit weird because the rotational animation is smooth. You can see this smoothing, but the movement by default works as a linear animation. So I'm going to select all these two keyframes and make them smooth. And now you can see the animation is more synchronized. So now it looks much better. Okay, so let's just reflect like mirroring these animations. Control R, and now it's exactly what I want. Just a bit faster, of course. Should be something like this. Okay, this part is done, and now I'm going to animate this container. So from this position, set keyframe, use scaling up to this position, not this, to this value. Set keyframe again, and now it's fine. Ding, ding. Okay, that's good. And for this, I'm going to use a bit more smoother keyframe at the end of this animation. So it should be something like this. Okay, doesn't matter. You know, whatever. We have a lot of freedom to make our animation different. So just my approach in this specific case. So even this element can be animated in many ways, especially if you don't have specific branding rules. So that's fine, I think. Okay, and I also prepared the third camera. You see, second camera is just a bit more closer, and the third one is just a bit zoom out from the second camera. Just to remind you how you can do this, just set up, just copy and paste the camera which you like, and only after that, don't move the position, don't move direction, don't do anything here in transition and transform. Just change the parameters in the lens category. Like here, you can change the angle, center shifting, X and Y, and angle is in charge for the zooming. Okay, that's fine. And okay, so what I want to do is just to colorize my rectangle. So let's do this. Okay, and in order to increase a bit the quality of this gradient, I will increase the tessellation like up to 5, and that's good. Let's test this out. Yeah, rotational and scaling. Okay, and next step, what I want to do, it's make the second rectangle for the for the foreground background. So for this, I'm going to just copy already existing part. Let's first of all rename it from big to small. Okay, and that's it. And for now, what I'm going to do is just change this. Let's zoom it. Okay. So, and for this, I'm going to just to change the value. Here should be a bit smaller, and move it a bit like this. Okay, here also I have to change 0.4, for example. Oh no, not 0.4. And like this. I'm using a control button just to increase the accuracy of the changing this parameter. And now I also have to change the rotation from -90 to just +90. Now, yeah, that's more or less what I wanted. The last step, what I need to do is just to change the color of this element. So let's do this. Let's check the animation. Okay. Okay, that's good, but I just wanted just to shift these animations. Like this should go first, and this is slowing down a bit longer. Let's check this out. Okay, that's good. Even more. Let's check. Yeah, now it's a bit weird. Let's increase it more. Okay, no, it's good. It's not good one. Okay. Maybe I have to increase this one. And boom. Okay. Anyway, let's refine it maybe later. For now, just do not increase the length of this video. I will keep this value. Okay, that's good. So this is in animation for the background, and at the same time we need to also add this text. And usually this text usually we can create in a separate scene, because we are having because we have here the lower turrets in transition logic system. So the changeable part, in this case it's a text, so the changeable part should be placed in the separate scene, in the control scene. And of course it's nice option to create the text there, but in our case I'm going to create text directly here, because I would like to have the full control of animation, in animation, out animation. So I have to make the whole animation just in one place, just to be sure that everything is going in a specific moment, where specifically where I want, when I want to have these movements. So all these movements should be synchronized. Okay, let's find out where our fonts should be here. And okay, which one? I don't remember. Probably this one. Okay, so let's call it like okay, like title main. Okay, main title. And okay. Okay, I prefer to type the same text in order to synchronize the size, having the same text, yeah, as we have in the design. And now if it's suitable, okay, now I'm pretty sure that everything is fine. Okay, I can put it somewhere here or here, doesn't matter. And I'm going to make the second text here to be like a subtitle, and the size of course will be smaller. Let's change it exactly as I have here. Okay, the size is correct. Okay, and now I can place it here, and now it's fine. And first of all, what I have to do here, I'd like to place all these two elements automatically aligned. What I mean, if I don't have any text here as in the subtitle, like this, so I would like to have this main title central. It's aligned in the center, in the vertical center. So how I can do this? I can add the justifier here. Okay, and specify that I would like to align this container in the center by y-axis center, and of course I have to shift this Yeah, it doesn't work here like this. So for that, I need to shift it by extra container. So yeah, like this. This specific place, okay. And now I can of course specify the position of these elements, relative position between them, and now it's fine. So now you can check if I hide one of this element, the rest will be centralized on the vertical size. So that's fine, that's exactly what I want. Okay, that's great. And last thing, what I have to do here is just to specify more convenient pivot points. So let's do this. Okay. So yeah, in the center, and position in the 0. Okay, and now I would like to move only the parent container like this. Okay, now it looks similar, but at the same time we have much more convenient control over this text. And what I have to do here, just animate it. For that, I'm going to use a very simple animation, just from sliding from right to left. Let's make a keyframe, shift it like this, like out from the background. Keyframe, and let's check what we have to do here, and like this, maybe faster, and of course this keyframe should be smooth. Let's use the weight of this smoothness like this, and of course I would like to add a mask for this element. It doesn't care where I added it here. Let's add it here, and it will be the wind mask, because I have very static and primitive masking here. It's just a rectangle in the screen coordinates. So the wind mask is one of the easiest and light masking in Vizrt, so I have to use it as much as possible. So this case is suitable for this. And as a tracking object for this mask, I will use the small background. Okay, that's good. So now the masking working like after magically. So let's check this out. Animation. It's a bit fast, so I would like to just increase the time of this animation. Okay, maybe I have to just synchronize it. Okay, for now I will keep this for this result. And of course, don't forget to make an out animation. So for the title director, we will have one stop point here. For convenience, we still don't have any stop points in the beginning, just only one here. So just imagine like what we did here, that's fine. And the last thing, what we have to do, this is out animation. And for this, what I would like to have, for example, I can just reflect this animation here. Yeah. Okay. So if you will have some problem here on this position animation, it's only because the path weight it's not 0. So you can see this this weird behavior. You see, like this. The text is jumping. That's because you have some path weight different from 0. So you have to just disable it or put zeros here. So now it's disabled. Now it's fine. Okay, and what I would like to have here as well. Oops, I moved the stop point. Interesting. Now it seems like it's possible. Okay, and I would like just to shortly animate this small background by scanning in opposite way, and this also should be scaled down. Yeah, like this. But in this case, of course, we would like to have like 0 here and 0 here. What? Disappeared. Okay, we can also then have some difference in these animations. Okay, the smaller one can go faster and be first who is disappeared here. Okay, let's check this animation in and out. In, out, in, out. Okay, more or less it's fine. That's good. And last thing, what I have to do here, I forgot. I would like to have these animations like under the logotype. So what I can do, I can move the title underneath. I'll be like make it below the logotype. That's probably the best solution. Yeah, let's do this. Background. Yeah, because I don't like to touch already working element. It's a logotype. So I just push a bit, just a bit, like minus 0.1 here. And like, let's disable the background. Let's check how it works without the background. In, out, in, out, in, out. That's fine. Okay, so, and of course it's not at the end. Don't forget to save your work. And let's go to the next stage. We have to add some special effects here. Okay, let's find the texture in gradient, and here I'd like to have something like this. And I will put it on the big element here. And as you can see, it works not correctly what I want. It's just make as a alpha for the current element. So I'd like to have it as a separate thing. So I'd like just to copy paste it, and for this rectangle I switch to the original white thing, and let's do like this. Okay, of course I have to rotate it 90 degrees, and of course I need the vertex, and there it is. Yeah, clamp. So now I can use this texture like this. Yeah, just once. It can go through the element just once without repeating. So let's use -10. I'm pretty sure that -10 is completely out of the object because I use the vertex mode. So I'm going to just animate from -10 to +10. And that's it what I want here. Let's move this animation. It should be here. Let's check this out. Okay, now it should look much just a bit better. Yeah, now it's more interesting. Okay, so we can keep like this, and right now we are having like a working element in terms of the animation in, animation out. So the next step will be to separate into the main part and changeable part. So changeable part, of course, will be this text. So I'm going to put this text into the control scene. Let's go do this. So the background I will keep here, and the text, let's just wrap it again, just in case. And let's merge it. Let's go in our folder. I'm going to save it. It will be the title text. It doesn't matter, it's just for object. Okay, I made it, and now, okay, just in case, let's just save it and make a backup of this scene. Don't forget to make extra backup all the time when you think that it should be done. And yeah, before, for example, some breakable changes. So, okay, and right now I'm going to delete this. And of course, I need to add one more container, which will represent the text. But in this case, there will be the container with the toggle plugin. So I have to call it like title. And let's add this toggle plugin. Let's check this out in the stage and see the title. So how many extra symbols do we have here? Just 3 of them. Okay, so I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 dashes here just to detach this element from the environment. And now, of course, I would like, to remove all of these elements, remove toggle plugin, remove, I cannot select many directors at the same time. I don't like it. Okay, anyway, so, and let's add this toggle again, and you will see, yes, it's disconnected. So for now, I have very clean directors names. That's fine. That's exactly what I wanted. So actually, the main part is almost done, except maybe I need to have in title, stop points. Here will be in stop points, here will be out, and here will be the first out. Okay, of course we have to give a name. O, it's obligatory, and in I like to have this short name. O in O. Okay, so that's fine. Now it should be prepared. And let's save it. Okay, close it. And let's make a new scene, which we will call the same name, title, as a layer name. It's not obligatory, but I would like to keep the naming very strict. And okay, let's add here and expand. Let's check what here we have. Rename to the object. Okay, here I'm going to use text control. Where it is? Control text. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was here. Okay, this will be the main title. This will be the second. Okay. Of course, it should be it's not formatted. It could be not single line for subtitle, but for the main title, it could be only not formatted, but in single line. It's okay. And for the control object, I'm going to enable the transition logic, use the layer identifier, this obligatory name title, because I started from this. I choose this name by myself, and now I have to keep this name. State should be in. I also come up with this name by myself. And the background name we take from this name, the scene master. Okay, that's good. And yeah, should work. But as you can see, we have here window mask, which works directly this works via tracking objects. So it means we lose right now this functionality. So of course we have to remove it from here. And by the way, where's the text? Oh, it's here. Okay, that's fine. Let's save it and go to the scene master scene, and I'm going to add the back this window mask here and specify the Small background as a tracking object for the content. For the content inside this toggle container. Okay, that's good. I think it should be fine. Let's test it. Okay, I run the template wizard, and we would like to use Vizrt inside Vizrt. Okay, so I'm going to import the scene, the controls to the collapse scene title. Let's use it. 1 and 2. That's fine for now. Okay, just don't do anything special here. Let's just test it. Okay, let's put it here and click run. Oops. Okay, something wrong. So at least the animation is working, but the text doesn't work here well. Okay, I found that I forgot just to move this text just a bit closer to the camera. So I have to move this title block, the container, just a bit closer to the camera, like 0.1. And I think this will be fine. Of course, don't forget to delete containers and all cached objects. Only after that you can safely click save. And let's go again to test it. Let's take it. No? Still doesn't work. Okay, let's check again. Probably I know what I forgot. And yeah, I forgot to click here in the toggle just to make default keyframes. Yay! Let's check. What were they added? Yes, nice. This fine. Okay, I hope it will work better. So delete containers and cache, close it like this, and let's test it again. Out, in, yeah. And as you can see, the behavior a bit weird because you can see the text works a bit later than I was expecting, because when I made this whole animation, I expected that the animation should the text animation should go at the same time with the background animation. So what I can do here, so I have to move, what the fuck? I have to move this triggering switch in element. Actually, I can just remove this and that, because this animation will go only from left to right. The here is also from left to right, and this keys actually will work. So I just can move this switch in directly in the beginning. Of course, I cannot put it specifically in the very beginning, but I have to put it on the first frame, not the 0, but first. Okay, so the difference will be just 1 frame. It's kind of okay. Just let's test it out. So I don't need to use this. I don't need to have very accurate animation here. So 1 frame, it's fine for me. First of all, let's check this out. Yes, now it looks much better. So, and of course, if I change the text, here as well, you will see these animations like in and out, because the out animation of the collapse scene will work at the same in the same way as we have when you out and in the whole element onto the screen. So like this, yeah, this will work, and out. Nice. We made this element, and let's check this out, how it will work. For example, if I remove all the subtitle, it's not perfect, yeah? So we already made this justification, but it's not moved. Let's check this, why it's working like this. And for changing this situation, of course, I'm going to go to the collapse scene and check how it should work. in order to make this justifier works, I have to hide and show this element. So for this, of course, I have to add one more control. And I'm going to use this hide when it's empty control. So I'm going to put it here, and to be sure that this will work, I have to use the same field identifier like here. I have two. So for this control hide and empty, I also have to use the same ID, like 2. So that's good. And I'm going just to copy it to the main title and use 1, because for the main title I have identifier as 1. As here I also have 1. So I hope it will work. But before we update this scene into the template wizard, I can test it easily right here. So I can go here and just delete all the text. Yeah, it's working. And delete this text. Yes, it looks like working. That's good. It's very nice. Okay, so just save it, close it. Don't forget to go to the on-air mode. Go here and to the edit mode, tool, refresh scene info. Okay, it's updated. And we can check. Nice. Okay, so when I don't have any text here, let's test it with the spaces. Yeah, with the spaces also, because it's considered as an empty element. So when it's empty, so this container is just hidden, and justifier make it work. And as you can see, nice. What we can have here then? We can increase, of course, the font size. Don't forget to increase it. All your users will be very, very happy when you increase the size here. Nice. And of course, shrink. Let me move it. And of course, shrink the canvas as small, to make it as small as possible. And as a last thing, of course, don't forget to add this element, just to make possible to have a nicely prepared auto name for this data element in the Vizpilot. So let's use prefix transition logic, like title, colon, space, don't forget the space. And let's choose which edit boxes I will use to have a name here. Okay, that's fine for now. And yeah, but no, it's not fine, because I'm going to use just empty main title and have some text only in the subtitle. So I'm going to add this memo block here as well. So I'll use this one. Okay, that's good. And let's save it. Save it where? Of course, in our lower third concept. And don't forget to add this prefix. So as you can see here, I have prefixed LT, but you can have your prefix dedicated to your specific program. Same prefix, name, title. Okay, and save as new. Okay, so here, if you don't see your new template, you have to just click here, right button of the mouse, and refresh. And you can open the title. Oh yeah, I don't like this. The default values should be always empty, or you have to use some standard content if you need. So now it's much better. So I can type some text here. And yeah, something like this. Yes, and now it's finally it's working as it should. And remove this, type some name here, or not name, like some title, and that's good. Only one thing that what I don't like, it's not centered perfectly. So I'm going to go to this control scene, add the same. Okay. the same picture and the background. Bring as back as possible. Oh, sorry, let's switch to the layout. This, yeah, scale to screen, okay, and let's see when there is only, okay, for convenience, I'm going to just move it like this, okay, and this, this animated by position already, but what I need just to shift the text. Can I do it here? Not I cannot. So okay, just it was not shifting. It's kind of animation. So if I need to just shift a bit, this will the text shift. So it's not a big deal, but it's much more important to move the text exactly where it should be in order to make perfect positioning. Okay, that's good. I can hide it. And just remember, when I will update Scenin4, here will be considered only this part of the subtree under this control object. So everything outside this container, for example, this picture, will be just ignored. So it won't be stored into the geometry object for the transition logic system. So that's fine. Okay, you can save it, close, and go to the template wizard, refresh Scenin4. Good. Go here. And let's test it out. Yes, now it's fine. Now it's perfectly aligned. Let's add some text here. Let's test with the text. Okay, more or less what I wanted. Maybe I just needed to lift it up. Okay, let's go back to the title control scene. Make it visible. Do some text here. Oh, sorry, I always forgot to switch this layout. Let's use the second. Oh, this second camera is not prepared. Okay, I can just copy, paste, collapse this, expand that, zoom a bit. Okay. So the composition is that way. Okay, so I'm going to move it just a bit like this. Okay. Switch to the first camera. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, save it, close, on air. Here too, refresh Scenin4. Okay, I like this message. And let's test it. Yeah, nice. Now it's much better. Okay, so also let's test without text here, but 3 lines here. Okay, more or less. For the 2 lines, it also looks nice. But what about if we will have a long line here? Yeah, we forgot to add the max size here. So let's add it. Okay, let's go to the title again. Enable this background, position. Okay, and yeah. Okay, I can again. Somehow its layout, it's not stable. In this version still. Okay, doesn't matter. Scale to screen, move it a bit up. So now for this text, I have to add the max size. Okay, like this. Add some text. But of course, text more than it's fitted to this container. Okay, of course, I always have to use scale Y. And let's change this until this value. That's good. Let's test it by changing the text. Yes, now it's perfect. And I think we have to do the same for the subtitle. Max size. let's add the text more than it's okay. It's even more than I can have. Okay. Let's fit the same width as the previous main title. That's fine. That's good. And it's working. Don't forget to scale by Y axis, and also don't forget to change, in this case, vertical alignment or orientation, doesn't matter, like here, and compensate it, moving. Okay. So now let's check how it will work with the long line. Okay, now it's working as it should. Now I like it. That's great. Okay, so now I can just save it, close it on there, refresh some info, and wait until the OK button, and let's test it. Okay, that's fine. Now if we have more text, it will be decreased. But of course, you have to specify for your users that you cannot use more text than something this size. Let's check this. Yeah, and let's copy and paste this text here. And in order to make it convenient for your operators, because for now you can use what you can use. You can use to limit your users. You can use max length here, but usually it's not so allowed, or it's convenient, because our modern font face have non-monospaced letters. So some letters can be very short, like symbol I, or you can have many wide symbols like A or O, E, and something like this, S. All of these letters are much wider than symbols like I or F, and that's it. So this is shouldn't be considered as an amount of amount of the characters in the line. But what I can suggest to you, it's add a panel like this. Of course, rename the caption, it's not needed. Also remove the bevel style to none. Decrease the size, like where the width should be here. Let me check. Yeah, here the width should be just maybe a couple pixels. And of course, I can change the color to something like this. And you can just teach your users that these lines means that you have to keep your text no longer than this line. Of course, it's possible to write more than this, but when you have this line as a this would be nice to have this line as a guideline or milestone where you should consider as a maximum of the length of the text, not by maximum length, but by more visual and more convenient element here, directly and visible. So should be more convenient for your users. And of course, you can use max length. Why not? Just as a combination. Let's calculate how many symbols we have to put here. Let's start from 0. This is 10. Just copy and paste. And now you can see, so let's consider that here can be I symbols, but not so much. And yeah, why not? We can specify like 30 symbols should be maximum here. Yeah. Of course, in your situation, you have to define as many you can allow maximum lengths as many as you want, and you can have some feedbacks from your operators, and it will be nice to have. And if you would like, you can add one more convenient stuff here. It's just a bit extra convenience UX UI element. So here for this element, I'm going to use some scripts. So here will be like 30 from 30. Like I used 30 symbols from available 30 maximum lengths of this line. So for this, I'm going to just rename this element. Oh, sorry. Label like main title. This for my convenience. And now I'm going to enable script, or select this main title, go to the event, use on change event, and here for this title element, I'm going to change caption or text. Here it's a UTF-8 text. Okay, so I would like to combine this text from two lines, from two elements. First one is how many lengths is already used, and the maximum what is available here. So for the first, I'm going to use original element here, the name of the string input, and I'm going to use I'm going to check get the UTF text. So and I'm going to calculate how many I need to calculate the length of this text. Concatenate with the slash, and combine it with the original maximum. Oops, sorry. Can I just click dot and look this auto completion? Yeah, max length. So okay, let's press this button. That syntax is okay. That's okay. Okay, let's go to the playing mode and let's check this text. Yay, nice. Very convenient. So your users will be very happy if they will see this helper, one for the maximum visual size, visual width for this text, and the limitation about the amount of the characters available to put here. So as you can see, I cannot type more than 30. Oh yeah, and by the way, maybe we can increase the maximum. Yeah. Let's increase it up to maybe 32. Yeah, like this. And now you will see after update. Yeah, you see 32 was updated automatically, because here in the script I used directly this value from the component of this element. Yeah, that's very nice. Okay. And actually you can do the same for the lower element. Okay, just test it before we go further. And let's play with this in play mode, of course. Yeah, here we can add more text. And of course this size can be just a bit smaller, just for convenience, because here can be much more text. Okay, something like this. No, even more. Okay, no problem. I can add more. Let's play with this. Okay, nice. I like it. And now I'm going to just copy paste this panel. Copy. Oh, I forgot. Before paste, I have to select the general, unselect everything, just click on the empty space. And only after that I have to insert it, because if I keep the selected panel the previous panel, when I press insert, like Ctrl V, it's inserted inside that panel. So we can usually, originally the panel element is created like a container. So if you select a panel and insert and paste something, it's pasted inside this container, inside this panel. So I have to do that weird things. So okay, let's place it here. Change the size. I'll use the Shift plus arrow down keys. Shift plus arrow down. Okay, and we can also just make it more possible to write a bit more text. But the user will know where's the optical limit for this element. Okay, that's fine. Here I'm going to I don't want to use maximum length because it's not possible to control for multi-line element, because you can spend all this limit for one line, or you can just split it to the 2 lines. So yeah, it's not under our control for now. That's okay. So in this case, we just we are going to keep it as it is and save it. Save it. Okay, overwrite, and we open this element. And let's play. Oh, sorry, I forgot again to remove this default text to empty line. Okay, let's reopen it. And now it's more convenient to understand where is the optical maximum. Yeah, that's fine. But at the same time, I can overtype just a couple symbols, and you will see the maximum, the max size handle this situation absolutely correctly. So let's add some additional text here. Oops. And see how it works. Yeah, almost good. Maybe, yeah, maybe I have to move this element just a bit right. Okay, and let's test it. Reopen the template, type some text. Whoa, too much. Okay, and let's check. Yeah, looks more or less fine. Yeah, the visual maximum works like it should. Okay, so now we prepared the element, the new element, second element in our set of the lower thirds in transition logic system. So I hope it was interesting for you, and see you next time in next video. Bye bye.